Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Okay. I'll take that with a grain of salt. So, I've been having some thoughts. Anaya told me, yes, hey Anaya, you're really getting shouted out in my videos, which is great. Getting more clout than I am, which is unfair because I'm not even getting paid yet. Can they send me my ads, please? I need to go get those. That's what we're doing the video on about. Was that a correct sentence? I'm not even sure. Hold on, give me a sec. So I've been having some ideas, and it has given me ideas on doing story times, which I am willing to do. I'm willing to do. I'm going to do more. I'm not going to tell you about the ones I'm going to do, but today I have a story time for you. We're going to be talking about my experience at... Oh, let me get a thumbnail. Is this... See, that's what I get. See, when she tells me to wash my face be all nice and clean. When she go tell me to wash it, it's like, oh, you gotta go get up. My face is okay. I don't do anything. I usually wash my face every now and then. I didn't need to wash my face. Honestly. She told me to go wash my face. I love you, woman, but look at this wasn't showing up. This wasn't red until I washed my face. Anyway, we're gonna be talking about my experience at Six Flags. I'm hiding my bump.
I didn't slap you. I just high-fived your face. Yeah.
So where do we even start? I don't even know where to start. I remember my mom, she was like, oh, you're gonna work at Six Flags. And I honestly don't remember how I reacted to it. I can say that I reacted probably in a good way because I'm like, yeah, I'm excited to have a good job. You know, a good job. Well, I said that at the time. You know, you're excited about your first job. So you're about to get some coins. You're about to do what you gotta do. I wanted to do rides because, you know, as a child, I used to play this, like, I'm recording here, rah. Now I know I should really make my videos at 4 a.m. I remember I used to play games, so I was always excited about, you know, going to roller coasters and stuff. Even though I don't ride roller coasters, not because, well, because I'm afraid of heights. I don't really like roller coasters. But you have to really calm down. Parks when I was younger were considered fun. I just don't like working at them. And I'm gonna tell you why. You go to orientation, or I can't speak today. You know who else can't speak? My mom! I'm sorry. Anyway, so you go to orientation, which is 4 hours. You get paid for those 4 hours, which is what? $32. So you get $32 for going to orientation. That's the money that you use to pay for your uniform. Pay for your uniform. You're okay. Yeah, you gotta pay for a uniform. They don't give them to you free. That's understandable. But we're gonna get back to that part because this is gonna be longer than expected for me. So thank you, Anaya. God, I'm gonna kill myself. So I buy the uniform. All the that was bugging me. I'm sorry. All the men's size pants. Okay, hold on. I'll light this up a little bit. Okay, so pretty much, oh, that's too bright. Let's move this and this one. Why is this so bright? Okay. Okay, so you bought a uniform, blah, blah, blah. You know, you had to pay for the uniform. That's okay. That's fine. We're starting to work there. There's no problem. So I go get my shirt, which was $15. My shirt was $15. I ended up paying $45. Excuse me. You get the uniform, you're straight. You get certified to your ride for these dots. I'll explain these later. You get certified for your ride, pretty much. So you have a home ride. My home ride was the Georgia Scorcher. I had fun at that ride. I love that ride. Like, putting people on the ride and then taking them off the ride, it was like, I already had that. Oh, I had fun. doing that. So then you get back to this card. This card right here is the certifications for the ride. If I see you and you have all these dots, you're a champ. The thing, Mom, I'm actually watching it in the kitchen when she can watch it in her room. Jordan's standing here waiting for his mom to be quiet for 10 minutes straight. I'm sorry. Where was I? Also, if you have a lot of dots on this card, punch holes, who wants their stuff punch holed? If you have a lot of dots, that pretty much means that you're certified for pretty much every ride that's in the park. I wasn't like that, honestly, because I wasn't trying to go left and right, trying to jump to rides, you know, constantly. I wasn't like that. I wanted to stay in my ride, be comfortable, and that's what I wanted to do. Pretty much for 10 hours a day. So, the only reason I'm getting to this card right here, you can probably see. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? It's right here. You can't see. You can't see what it says. But the initials is MT, which means mind train. I hate the person who operates the train. It's my first day there. Oh, I just hit my foot and I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm asking her what I'm supposed to be doing, which you would typically do, right? Am I wrong? Probably not. But if I am wrong, I'm used to being wrong. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun at first. You know, when you do it, you have to put your foot. You have to put your foot on this lever, and you have to pull up the little bar that keeps the people down. And then when the people get on there, you have to put your foot on there. You have to put it on there, and you let it go. You have to push it until you hear this little click noise, and then you pull it to make sure it's locked. So, yeah, it was fun at first, but then and then you start to learn who the operator of the cart is. I don't know her name. I refer to her as bitch, and should I censor that? Should I? I'm pretty sure everybody knew that she was a bitch. Okay, I understand that it's like my first day, and I know you're frustrated because like you just got a new recruit, and you don't feel like being bothered with new people and teaching them how to do stuff. But cut me some slack. Honestly, if it was the other way around, I would like to see her get down there and do it, but she didn't. So I don't want to see complaints from you. Honestly, that's how I feel. You shouldn't complain about stuff if you don't experience it. Not to say that she hasn't experienced pushing the lever and making sure that it's locked. I'm not saying that she hasn't, but the way she seemed like it made it so easy to us. But when you actually do it, it's harder than it actually is. You also have to look out for kids can be on the left side. There are two seats. It's usually, you know, it's an adult and it's a child. So adults are on the left side and the child is on the right side. Excuse me. I guess you don't sit the child on the left because the adult can like smash them. But honestly, I didn't really care. I feel like that should be common sense. Like I do know that some people are illiterate and cannot read, George. I do understand that some people don't really like reading. You would just want to get straight into the fun. I get that. But I feel like they should have put a sign up saying, look, you should have put a sign to make it actually noticeable to put the child on the right side and put the adult on the left side. Yeah, you should do that, honestly. Because, I got tired of saying the same shit over and over again. I got to the point where she was like, look, Jordan, like she'll say my name. And then I'm just like, what? And then I'll look and I'm like, okay, what's wrong? And then I see it. I'll see what's wrong. It was so frustrating, man. I probably spent more time at the mine train than at my home ride. So eventually, I remember that going on the phone. It's a little red. I think it's red. No, it's not. I'm thinking of Target. It was a little phone over there, and you pretty much, you put your digits in there. I think it was this number that I would punch in. So I'm not focusing on what they're looking at because I'm trying to get the people on and off the ride. Like, oh, you need to go to the Vine train. The fuck? Hold on, wait a minute. I have to go to the mine train. I don't go to the mine train. I go out to where we come in from the park because we go in from the park totally different from everybody else. Like, you know, the what's it called? I don't even know the name. I don't know. For the people, we don't go the same way. You can, but excuse me. You can, but it wouldn't make it as much fun to go through past the train, the railroad train, to get into the park, because that's another way we can get into. So I went past through that way, and right out there, it's like when you go to break, you can go out, and then it's like a locker room for females and males. It's like a vending machine. It's also like benches outside. So you pretty much just, you know, spend an hour out there. After your hour's done, I wish that you could go like earlier, or your hour's not over yet. So I pretty much had to stall for like an hour. So I went to that general area, but I went into like the security office where right outside the window, and there's a phone like right outside the window where you get your shit. I used that to clock out. I couldn't clock out at my home ride, and I couldn't clock out at the mine train. The next best bet was to go over there and clock out. So I clocked out, and I told my mom, I'm like, I'm ready to go. So I waited for her. She came pick me up. I told her I just clocked out because I didn't want to go to the mine train. She totally understood because she knew the bitch was a bitch. Period. So I had to go to work the next day. So I'm going to my home ride, and the dude, he operates the ride. Oh, did you go to the mine train last night? And in my head, I'm thinking like, oh shit! And he was like, oh, you can't do that, or if you do that again, they're gonna write you up, blah blah blah. Like I cared. Honestly, I was at the urge of not even caring at this point. I didn't care. So turns out I don't think she was actually there. I went to the mine train. The bitch wasn't there. It was somebody that was totally chill, so totally understandable. They understood that I wasn't really good at working at the mine train, so they was cutting me some slack. You got this. Don't worry about it. Just chill, relax. You'll figure this out. You'll understand how to do this. That's all I ever wanted from the girl that was actually originally there, but I never got that. Nobody did. I'll tell you that the people, it's multiple people. Like it's actually two people who's supposed to put the people in the cars. And it's one person in the dispatch box, and there's one person behind me that presses the button. It's two people who has to press the button. One person presses the button in the back, one presses the button in the front. Both of those buttons operate the thing. Pretty much. That's it. So it wasn't just me and another person. It was 4 people in total. Glad we got that out of the way. Time skip. So it was Saturday the week after, and the bitch was there. Great. She asked me. I guess she knew that I didn't go over there. So you didn't come to my ride because I was here. Me thinking to myself, I really wanted to be like, bitch. Yes, I don't fucking like you. You don't fucking like me. Why would I come to your ride? And we don't like each other. That's not gonna work. That's like putting a cat and a dog in a box. They can be friends, but they choose not to sometimes. Why would you put 2 people who don't like each other in the same place? Why would you think I want to come here if I don't fucking like you? I'm just saying. So I was like, nah, I lied to her. She knew that I lied. Whatever, she got over it. She knew that I don't like her. Period, point blank. Excuse me. It's time for a different type of ride. Where is it? So this is the mine train at the top. Right here, this is the railroad. Let me tell you about the railroad. I didn't think I was actually gonna, get certified for the railroad. The light is coming to get back everything to do. I'm like Harry Potter in this bitch. I'm sorry. I'm working at the railroad. I'm thinking I'm not gonna get certified for the railroad. That's gonna piss me off right here. That's gonna mess with me. Where am I? I'm at the railroad. We're halfway done, I guess. I didn't work I didn't get on the train. It's like a little house. looks like a house. And when the train is coming, you leave down the things, so people won't get, you know, hit by the train. All you do is just sit there, and it sucks because you can't really get on your phone. I'm like, you're sitting there pretty much waiting 30 minutes. I would rather do that than do the mine train because you're not really doing anything. You're pretty much standing up on your feet. You can sit on the thing, but after a while, you actually have to get down and press the button. Yeah, I'm working at the railroad. I'm doing that, blah, blah, blah. I go on break. I'm totally chill. I'm thinking I'm gonna go back into the park, go finish out my shift. No. I'm gonna tell you why. So it was at the time where, you know, it was, oh my God, I can't see. It was holiday in the park. So they had the people, you know, wear like instead of our traditional blue shirt, khakis. Well, it was still khakis, but it wasn't a traditional blue shirt. It was like it was a white Oxford, and then it was a red sweatshirt that you had to wear, and it said holiday on the park on it. The hat and the gloves were optional. Really, you technically didn't have to get them, but if you really didn't want to be cold, then you would get those things. So I was trying to pass back into the park, and he was like, "Oh, I need you to unzip that. I need to check your shirt." I'm like, "Oh shit! What? Why?" He's like, "Oh, it's a policy we just started. We need to check your shirts." And he's like, "Oh, then you need to go buy it." I'm broke. So the police officer, I'm sorry, I'm sleepy. The police officer, he's like, "Well, take this 10, go to the store." Mom, I'll be right back. I went to the store, to the shop where you go buy the uniforms and stuff. And I'm like, okay, take that. The sweatshirt was $10. Perfect, right? Perfect. They tell me that I can't get the sweatshirt without the Oxford. The Oxford was $15. $15 for that? And we're only gonna wear it for 1 month.
Oh no, oh no.
Okay, so I go back to him and I tell him that the Oxford was 15 and the sweatshirt is 10. So, but they told me you can get this Oxford without the sweatshirt, but it costs 15. Get this 5. Go back to the store. When you make your money, you pay me back. So I was like, okay, I'll pay you back the money, blah, blah, blah. I go in there and go use the white Oxford. It's white with a little red thing on it. I was so disappointed. That shit was big on me. I had to put the white Oxford on. Bro, when I tell you, it was so uncomfortable. I get back to the train. I see that the train doesn't work. A cord has snapped. So I'm like, well, if there's nothing to do, I can just chill here and get on my phone. No. The dude, he was like, he was screaming at me. He was like, you need to put that up or we're going to write you up. And I was like, I really didn't care. I was calling my mom and I was telling her about what just happened. And I was like, oh, I had to ask this dude, the police officer gave me $20 to go get this Oxford that's super huge on me. And I'm getting back to the train and it doesn't even work because the cord is snapped. I'm just like, oh look, I'm tired of working here. I quit. I quit. We're back to the little thing where he was telling me I couldn't get on my phone because he was gonna write me up. I'm like, okay, so I need to go home then because my mom's going to pick me up. He was like, oh, you can't go home until you finish your shift. Excuse me? Who are you talking to? Not I, because I've been telling y'all what I did. So after he told me that, he walked off. I'm looking at him like, the fuck? So it's like a little nice outside. It looks like a balcony and it has like a little railing. Bitch, when I tell you, I jumped over the railing and I went straight over there to where the supervisors were, and I told them that I need to clock out. So I clock out, I go out, and then that's like the last time. They wasn't really lenient on me, which is okay. Which is okay, because I'm like, I don't care. I don't like you. I'm not even going to see you ever. You're nothing to me. You're nothing to me. Period. So that was pretty much like the last time I went up to Six Flags. I haven't gone up there ever since. That's pretty much the story time. I've talked for way too long. My throat hurts. That sounded wrong. Yeah, that's about it. I'm tired. This is gonna be a long video to edit. Thank you, Anaya, so much. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, then give it a big thumbs up. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you guys do want to see more videos by moi on your YouTube homepage, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Notifications about me on your YouTube homepage. I will see you guys in the next video, whatever that is. It's probably not going to be another story time. I'm probably going to spread that out. But the next story time is going to be about George. Yeah. Like, alright. Bye. So this is the jacket. It was way much bigger than this. This was $30. I had to come home and my mom literally had to go take it up to where it fit me, to where I liked it. I shouldn't have to do that if I'm paying $30 for a freaking jacket because it's cold outside.